Hello, y'all. My name is Kareem Alzubi. Welcome to tonight's talent show. I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank Hetty for giving me an opportunity to present my wonderful PowerPoint in the talent showcase today. Today, we're going to be talking about focusing, believing, and achieving your dreams. This is a big topic, and I've chose this topic to basically uplift my classmates and my peers and to make them achieve their goals, whether that's professionally, academically, or personally. And I wanted to give y'all a recipe. Basically, this whole PowerPoint, the whole purpose of this PowerPoint is to see what's stopping you from achieving your goals, what might be the cause of not achieving your goals, and basically giving you hints and motivation to continue your journey and to achieve your great dreams and goals. Today, I will be talking about different strategies and different recipes to follow to achieving your dreams and goals. So just like the title says, we're going to focus, believe, and achieve those goals and dreams. I love the picture because the picture, or I chose this picture because the picture goes hand in hand with the title. So a little about me. My name is Kareem Alzubi. I am a freshman at Texas Women's University, so this is my first semester and I love it here. I am working on a Bachelor of Science in Health Studies, emphasizing in community health and minoring in pre-medicine. Hopefully, we'll go to medical school. We're obviously going to go to medical school after my undergraduate degree here. What is stopping you from achieving your goals? Why can't you achieve them? Those are two important questions to ask yourself. The first one is what is stopping you from achieving your goals? And why can't you achieve them? Well, I have a recipe for you to follow. I call it the 6 key points to success. First of all, in order to achieve anything, it will have to start with your mindset. You have to change that mindset. You have to start eliminating the following from your mind to be able to achieve great and big things. So if you want to achieve great things, if you want to get out today and achieve wonderful things and to be able to do wonderful things and to take a lot of benefit in my talk and PowerPoint today and get a lot of benefit from it, then you have to follow these 6 things. This is where the recipe starts. The first thing, excuses. So you want to eliminate all excuses, all possible excuses, because those will stop you from your goal. For example, a lot of people say, well, I'm scared of this person making fun of me, or I don't want to do this because she will think of me like this, or I am going to fail at this. Those are excuses. Eliminate those excuses. The second thing is fear to fail. When you're scared to fail, let me tell you something. In order to be successful, you have to be comfortable with what is not comfortable. You have to step out of your comfort zone. You have to step out of your bubble. And a lot of people, or a lot of successful people, okay, are successful because they failed. They went through obstacles. They went through trials. They went through hardships in their life. So don't be scared to fail. Okay, don't say, well, I don't want to do this because I'm scared to fail. That kind of creates a basically a wall between you and your goal. The third thing is procrastination. This is a big one. This is the big one because if you are basically telling yourself, okay, tomorrow I'll work on my goal, okay, it's too early, or okay, you'll never reach there. You will never be able to achieve it. Fourth thing is negative thinking. Y'all, I emphasize this way too much, but positive thinking is the key, and I mean it. If you're positive, everything else will follow positive, and if you're negative, everything else will follow negative. So make sure that your mind is positive, because if it is, then you will start focusing on the positive and substituting um, basically switching out the negative to become positive. Basically, stop thinking negative and start thinking positive. Thinking about the past. Y'all, people, this is a very big one because if you're thinking about the past too much, it will affect your future. Whatever happened in the past that happened, I think of it like a trash can. Uh, the trash can is your past, and then the paper is basically your memories in the past. So basically, you're throwing that paper in the trash. That's your past. It's in the trash. You can't do anything about it. It's over. It's done. Nobody cares about it anymore. But if you are thinking about the past too much, then that will affect the future and will stop you from achieving your goals because the only thing that you can change is the future. The only thing that you can make better for yourself is the future. And if you're thinking about the past, and that's affecting the future, then that becomes a problem to achieving your goal. And last one is worrying. If you are constantly worrying about something that happened at school or something that happened at your house or something that happened at your friend's house, constantly worrying can basically worrying negative is what we're talking about, right? Not like worrying about like a football game or about who will win the Super Bowl or whatever, but worrying about negative things, right? That is a big one from why you're not going to achieve those goals. You want to completely erase all negative thinking and not worry about them. So those are the things that either is stopping you from achieving your goal um, or are a burial to you. So that way you can't achieve your goal. So I want you to think about these very clearly. I want you, after this talent show, to kind of go in and to improve on each one. It might not take a day or it might not happen overnight, but I guarantee you, if you practice, practice makes perfect, and it can definitely help you. I've tried it. I've tried these 6 things, and my life have changed 360-degree angle. I mean, these 6 things are like um, very good to follow and will make you very happy in achieving your goals. A pathway to follow. So, this is what I call the road to the mountains. You know, it's the pathway to follow. It's like a car. If you don't have a path to follow, you're lost. And this is the path to follow. If you follow this path, you are getting to your goal. So, the Arabic culture and language are a part of who I am. So I've kind of put this quote in Arabic. Majority of y'all will not understand it, except if you are Arabic speakers, then you will understand what I am talking about. So if you're not, ignore this part. But like I said, Arabic culture and language are a part of who I am, and this is why I use the Arabic language in this PowerPoint. So there's a quote in Arabic that says, أفضل انتقام هو النجاح. I will repeat that again. أفضل انتقام هو النجاح. This quote is so powerful to me as it uplifts me during negative times. Basically, this quote is powerful to me as when I think negative or when there's negative time, it actually makes me positive and motivated about what I'm going to do or what I am wanting to do. This quote, which means the same in the Arabic language and the English language, so it means that exactly the same, means that work hard to achieve great things when people are being negative to you and telling you that your dream is impossible. So it's not how you guys hear it, okay? Similarity, Frank Sinatra famously said, the best revenge is massive success. So when we hear revenge, we think of something bad going to happen or not very good. But in this case, it does not mean that. Like I said, it basically means um, to basically work hard to achieve your goals when people are being negative to you and basically um, it means to work on your goals, like I said, for achievement, and the success is the revenge. So your revenge is you becoming successful. Your revenge is letting success speak for you and not other people's opinions about what they're telling you about your goals. So that's what I mean by revenge. It does not mean anything bad. It just basically means that work on your goals to achieve your goals, and the success is basically the revenge. It's basically people looking at you and being like, "Oh my God, you've achieved your goal! Wonderful job!" And those same people were being negative to you, so they took basically that revenge of um, you were successful and they're not. So that is what I mean by the best revenge is massive success. My story. So my mindset changed here. Okay, my mindset completely changed in the story that I'm about to tell y'all. This is what I always say. Everybody has a story, whether that's, personally, academically, professionally, everybody has a story. And your story should be a lesson to y'all for achieving your goals. So this story was basically a lesson for me to tell me that I could possibly do anything I want in life as long as I put my mind to it and as long as I focus on it, I can do anything. So basically, the story begins here. I attended an online public high school, basically. It was an online public high school, just like any other high school, but it was just online. And people were very negative about the fact that I chose an online public school versus a brick and mortar school. So basically, people were very negative about me choosing an online public high school versus a school that you actually go to and attend class face to face. So while being a student at the school, I wanted to give up. I had, I had my own, and I've never told people I wanted to give up, except one person. But in my mind, I've told myself I wanted to give up, I wanted to quit, and never complete my studies. And that's just because people were telling me your education does not count. So I said, why even waste my time? I mean, people were whizzing in my ear, whizz, telling me that your education does not count. It's online. You will waste your time. And the worst of all, you will never graduate high school. And from that day, I just told myself, why even complete high school? If my education doesn't count, if I'm wasting my time, and if I'm not going to graduate, it's worthless. So basically, well, I can tell you, one teacher changed it all. One individual, one faculty at the school, one person that I've trusted changed this whole negative thinking about myself and about what I want to do and about what I want to achieve. So basically, she told me to come to her office hours. So I went to her office hours and have a talk about what is going on. So we basically chatted. I basically told her the situations I was facing, what people were telling me, and that I had doubts about graduating high school. Well, she basically told me to look at her eyes. She basically told me to look at her eyes very clearly. Her eyes, y'all, seemed like words of wisdom and spooky, and told me 5 words, only 5 words will change your life and your mindset. Well, at this point, I needed those words. I needed those words so I could finish my study and graduate. I needed that motivation. Those words are I can and I will. She basically said them 3 times. I can and I will. I can and I will. That will change your mindset, she said. You can do it and you will do it. So this person at the school just completely changed my thoughts about myself, my negative thinking, my excuses even. Sometimes I had excuses about not wanting to do high school. And obviously I've graduated high school. Um, and I'm at Texas Women's University, so it tells y'all that I've done it. Like, I can't even believe I've done it. I've graduated. And that was because I was positive through the process. After this time that she talked to me, I, worked hard and I didn't let anybody tell me that I could not do something. People still have doubts and tell me, do you even have a high school diploma? Literally. And you know what? I don't let that affect me, and I don't let that stop me from continuing my journey to college, to medical school, and even beyond that. So, like I tell y'all, that if you have a story, you might not have a story, but if you have a story, that story can motivate y'all during the negative time. So, for example, if I am thinking negative at any point, I refer back to the story. And that story is a memory of stop doing what you're doing and think positive. So sometimes a story does does help. The question is, do you want to achieve more? The answer from everybody should be yes. Who does not want to become better? Who does not want to achieve more things? Everybody wants to achieve. If you ask every single person on this planet, do you want to achieve more? The answer is yes, I do. I want to achieve more. I want to be a better person. I want to have a higher salary. I want to get into graduate or undergraduate school. I want to do this. I want to do that. But the thing that's hard for them, or the thing that they basically have a hard time in, is something, one little bitty of something, or a list of something is what's stopping them from achieving their goal. So, as we said that, do you want to achieve do you want to achieve more? The answer is yes. But how? Your question should be, how can I achieve more? Or you might be asking, how can I do a better? Well, the magical formula to achieving your goal. This is the magical formula. This is what I've used until today. Is number one, you must dream. Like I said it again. Or I'm going to say it again. You must dream. You must really dream big. Dream. I mean, dream. Like, dream of what you want to do, what you're passionate about doing, what you really want to do, what your dream of. The next step is to believe. Y'all, this is a very important point. When you dream a dream, it can be big, it can be small, it can be impossible for some people, but as long as you think that it is possible, as long as you are believing your dream, as long as you really believe your own dream, then you will achieve it because you are believing your own dream. It does not matter if so and so does not believe it. You have to be the one who will believe it to achieve it. And if you're not believing it, then you will never achieve it. Then the third thing comes into focusing. It's not going to happen magically. You are not going to achieve your goal magically or by sleeping. You will need to focus. You will need to be hardworking and really focusing on what you believed in to be able, last step, to achieve it. So, do you see how you need to first dream, believe, focus, and then achieve? It's a four-step magical formula procedure to achieving your goal. Is it possible? Yes. Is it hard work? Yes. But is it doable? And yes. So, words of wisdom. So, these are basically some of quotes that I've got that are very interesting or that I've used until today when I feel negative. Quotes, y'all, are a big thing. Um, I mean, if you feel negative and you have a quote, sometimes that quote can change your entire life. These changed mine for sure. Every time I'm negative, I look at a quote, and obviously I implement what I'm reading and practice it too. So this is what I always say. This is kind of my quote, okay? This is the first one is not really a quote from anybody. The last three is, but the first one is my own quote that I tell myself. If they are not adding to your life, they are taking away from it. Simple as that. If somebody is not adding to your life, if somebody's not helping you, if somebody is not guiding you through your goals, then they are basically taking away from it. So you don't need them. And we'll talk about what that means very, very, very soon, which basically means eliminate the negative people. So we'll go into that more in depth in the upcoming slides. So, three quotes that I want to mention. The first one is by Tom Bradley, and this first one is: the only thing that will stop you from fulfilling your dreams is you. 100% true. The only person that will stop you from fulfilling or from achieving your dreams is you. And this is what we've talked about on that first slide about eliminating excuses, eliminating the negative thinking, eliminating the negative worrying, things like that. So you are the only person that will stop yourself from fulfilling your dreams. So if you say, I can't achieve this, then yeah, you're right, you can't. But if you say, I can achieve this, then you're also right, you can. It's all in your mindset. The second quote is by Pablo Coelho, and this quote says, "There's only one thing that makes a dream impossible to achieve: the fear of failure." That is so truthful, and we've basically talked about that in our list. There's only one thing, like he said, that makes a dream impossible to achieve. So the only thing that makes a dream impossible, if you're telling me my dream is impossible, it's because you and only you are not willing to fail. You're scared of that. Y'all, if y'all want to achieve your goals, you must be completely fearless. Basically, not scared of failing, um, to be able to be successful, to be able to step out of your comfort zone and your bubble. Last thing, or last quote by Martin Luther King Jr. says, "You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step." So when you climb a stairs, you don't climb it from top to bottom, you climb it from bottom to top. So forget about the whole staircase. Just take the first step. So the first step for me in my story was to graduate high school and enter a 4-year university. That was my goal, that was my dream, and I've achieved that dream. That was the first step. Now we're going to take the second step. And through time and through time and through time and through time, you are going to build a staircase. And that staircase is basically your whole goal. You're just taking little bitty steps to be able to achieve your goals. And this bottom quote is something that I love. It's by George Shaw. People who say it cannot be done should not interrupt those who are doing it. Absolutely right. The people who say it's impossible to do it or I can't do it should never interrupt those who are trying or who are believing in their goals. Find a mentor or a person to lead the way. A mentor is a very valuable person. It's a person where you are learning. It's a person where you're learning from someone who wants you to grow. You're learning from that one individual that he wants you to grow. So that's the person that you should be sticking with. That's the person where you should be buddies with. Not negative people. You should eliminate negative people and start hanging out or start gathering with more positive people, with your mentor as well. So find a mentor. They are really helpful and will help you reach your goals. So whether that's academically, personally, professionally, find a mentor. Find a mentor today that will help you with your goals, and you will get there for sure. My mentor personally is my grandfather, my jiddo. Jiddo is an Arabic word which means grandfather. Like I said, I am Arabic oriented, so I'm proud to be able to speak that language, and it's in my culture. So I love to just put Arabic and English sometimes. But like I said, my mentor is my grandfather, my jiddo. Jiddo is an Arabic word which means grandfather. He is my mentor. He basically guides me through the right track and the right goals. Basically tells me if there is something going to be wrong with what I'm trying to do, or uh, basically helps me grow. Your mentor is like your seed. This is what I explain as. The mentor is the seed. You are the plant. So, for example, I am the seed. My jiddo or my grandfather, or I'm sorry, let me say it that other way. I am the plant. Ignore what I said previously. I am the plant. My jiddo is the seed. He's basically feeding me to grow. That's what a mentor is. He is wanting you to achieve your goals. Let your success inspire other people. You know, let your success speak for you, in other words. Let your success basically inspire other individuals to do wonderful things. And this is why I've done this PowerPoint. I wanted to basically explain what I've went through, explain some motivational things that I've seen helpful through my years of school, through my years of high school, and share it with you. So basically, I have four categories that I'm focusing on. My uncle's two daughters, named Bisan Alzubi and Mirad Alzubi, which those are my uncle's two daughters. My uncle's baby boy, which his name is Ilyas Alzubi. My uncle's future baby, which he doesn't have a name yet because he's not born. And then my brothers, Salim and Naim Alzubi. Those are the four categories, the four individuals, the four, categories that I want to inspire them through my story. I love how I wanted to share a quick, like, ha ha ha, fun fact with y'all. Um, my uncle's daughter, Abisan Al Zubi, um, her birthday was like a week ago, and she kind of dressed into like a doctor's costume for her birthday or whatever. And that really that really made me happy, that she wants to be a doctor, that she's following my footsteps. And this is why I am basically uh doing what I'm doing. I had a hard time getting where I am today. I had obstacles that I had faced, as I was the first in my family to enter a four-year university. I was the first in my family to enter a four-year university, as well to graduate high school. Uh, and basically, this is why I'm doing what I am doing, so I can inspire people. And by people, I mean my uncle's two daughters, my uncle's baby boy, my uncle's future baby, my brothers. Those are the people that I really want to inspire through my story. And I want to tell those family people, is what I call them, that nothing is impossible. Everything is possible. But work has to be put in order to see good results at the end of your journey. So, this is why I am doing what I am doing. I want to be able to see Bisan Al Zubi and Miral Al Zubi and Ilyas Al Zubi and my uncle's future baby and my brother achieve wonderful things. Get into education. I think education is valuable and very important. Enter a university, graduate high school. And this is why I love to go to their, graduations or whatever, because I want them to follow my footsteps or similarly to achieve wonderful things. Basically, as they get inspired through my story. So they might not follow my exact footsteps, but they might follow similar things by getting inspired of what I am doing. Have a thinking zone. This is very important. Think and dream big. A thinking zone basically is an amazing place to be when you want to just think about your dreams and goals and have a plan to achieve them. So start thinking of where your thinking zone might be. This is a big one. If you really want to be by yourself and really your brain is just clear and you really want to think and dream big about your dream, have a thinking zone, whether that's your bedroom, whether that's outside, but that's your yard, wherever. My thinking zone personally is at the ocean or lake or beach. I just love to sit there, think about my goals and dreams, and have a plan to achieving them. So start thinking about your thinking zone today and know where it is. So anytime that you want to basically have another goal or in that same goal you want to fix something, you can go to that thinking zone and you can be able to talk to yourself and basically think and dream big and achieve those dreams. So the road to success. I call it the road to success mapping guide. Before starting this map, you must do four things. Actually, five. First thing is remove negative people from your life completely. Negative people, take them out. Second thing, remove negative thoughts. Any thoughts that you have that's negative, remove them. Third thing, remove negative experiences. Anything in the past where you've experienced something bad, remove it. And last but not least, remove negative places. Places that you went where it's reminding you about your past. Remove them. Also, before you start, make sure that you think positive. You basically are changing your mindset here. So when you do this, you've already changed your mindset. You'll come here and then you'll do this part two, which is the first thing is basically you're going to challenge yourself. You're going to stay curious. You're going to take control and you're not going to fear competition, which is another word for saying don't fear failure or don't fear something hard going to happen to result in success. Now you know the recipes and the ingredients to being able to be successful in reaching your goals. Set your goals and achieve them. You can do it. You can do anything that you put your mind to as long as you have a target and you know what you are achieving. Thank you so much for allowing me to share with you this wonderful PowerPoint and my wonderful story. Have a great and amazing week and day.